Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of Cyclones TV. I'm your host Nick Durst. Let's take a look at how the Cyclones fared this past week in action. On Monday, August 24th, the Cyclones lost 4-2 to the Hudson Valley Renegades. Tyler Badamo pitched 6 innings and struck out 2 and only gave up 1 earned run. Jeff Deal and Zach Matthew each went 2 for 4 with a run scored. Tuesday, August 25th was all about Kevin Cannellone, who pitched 8 shutout innings while only allowing 1 hit and striking out 10. He retired the last 14 batters he faced as the Cyclones beat the Hudson Valley Renegades 3-0. On Wednesday, August 26th, the Cyclones were blanked 4-0 by the Hudson Valley Renegades. A bright spot was Brendan Welsh's amazing defensive play, and he also had 3 scoreless innings in relief with 4 strikeouts. It was also Sid Finch bobblehead night, and Sid Finch was in the building, and he was on the field pre-game to play his French horn. During the game, he met up with adoring fans and signed autographs. On Thursday, August 27th, the Cyclones were shut out 5-0 against the Aberdeen Ironbirds. On Friday, August 28th, the Cyclones lost 5-2 to the Ironbirds. Jeff Deal and Alfredo Reyes drove in the Cyclones' runs. On Saturday, August 29th, Brooklyn's bats busted loose and led the Cyclones to a 10-2 victory over Aberdeen. Zach Matthew was 3 for 4 with a home run, double, 2 runs scored, and 3 RBIs. Brandon Brocia was 2 for 4 with a double, 2 runs scored, and 2 RBIs. Tyler Badamo picked up the win, and Nico Blank had a 3-inning save. On Sunday, August 30th, the Cyclones fell 13-4 to the Tri-City Valley Cats. Zach Matthew was 2 for 4 with a 3-run home run. Now let's take a look at the Cyclones Player of the Week. Tyler Badamo had 2 starts on August 24th and August 29th. He picked up 2 wins and he only allowed 1 earned run in each. He had 5 strikeouts and he pitched 6 innings in each start. He is 3rd in the New York Penn League with 61 strikeouts. The New York Mets' first pick in the amateur draft this season was Desmond Lindsay. He made his Brooklyn Cyclones debut last week. Take a look at what he had to say about the day. All right, so you were drafted this season. You fell to the second round due to a hamstring injury. How's your hamstring so far this season?
It's been doing well. Middle of the season, I had a little bit of tightness, but other than that, I've been good the whole season.
All right, and prior to being drafted, you were a corner infielder, corner outfielder. How have you adjusted to playing center field so far?
It's definitely been a tough transition just because I've been so behind the curve of other kids who have been drafted playing the position that they were drafted in their whole lives. But it's been fun learning a new position and just out here soaking everything up.
All right, you've been here in Brooklyn for a few days so far. How do you like the city so far?
I love it. It's awesome. It's definitely a different experience than being in the GCL in Port St. Lucie. A lot more fans. So it's just an awesome experience. I'm happy to be out here.
With the Cyclones needing an offensive spark, they were able to sign highly touted prospect Constantine to a 1-day deal. Take a look at his day at the ballpark. Constantine was welcomed to the Cyclones with a press conference with the team VP, Steve Cohen, and players David Thompson and Jeff Deal. During the press conference, he signed his 1-day contract and answered questions from the media. After the press conference, he took the field with the Cyclones. He met with Coach Gamboa, fielded some grounders, stretched with the team, took a few swings during batting practice, and had a catch. Before the game, Constantine threw out the first pitch, and then during the game, he participated in the on-field contest. He was also the Astoria guest public address announcer for the game. Now let's take a look at the Brooklyn Cyclones' remaining schedule. On Tuesday, September 1st, the team wraps up a 3-game series with the Tri-City Valley Cats. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, they'll be taking on the Connecticut Tigers, with the Wednesday game being a doubleheader. And then on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, the team wraps up the season against the Staten Island Yankees right here at MCU Park. Now let's take a look around the Mets organization. The Savannah Sand Gnats are 79-49 overall on the season and are in first place in the South Atlantic League Southern Division. Ricky Knapp is 7-3 with a 2.59 ERA. He has 2 complete games and 1 save and 79 strikeouts for the season. Jonathan Johnson is batting .272 with 100 hits, 18 doubles, 4 home runs and triples, 32 RBIs, and 22 stolen bases on the season. The St. Lucie Mets are 66-65 on the season. Matt Oberstay is batting .303 with 59 runs driven in, 21 doubles, 6 triples, and 6 home runs. The Binghamton Mets are 73-60 on the season. Rainey Lauer is 8-5, pitching 102 innings so far. He has 1 complete game and 75 strikeouts. John Velasquez has 18 saves and a 1.77 ERA and 30 strikeouts on the season. The Las Vegas 51s are 74-62 on the season and currently sit in first place in the Pacific Coast League Pacific Southern Division. Johnny Manziel is batting .336 in 64 games this season. He also has 7 home runs and 48 RBIs. Scott Rice has pitched 37 1/3 innings this season. He has a 2-1 record with a 1.69 ERA, and he also has 40 strikeouts. The New York Mets are 72-58 and currently sit in first place in the NL East. Daniel Murphy has played 104 games this season, and he is batting .283. He has 56 RBIs, 10 home runs, 114 hits, and has scored 42 times. Matt Harvey is 11-7 with a 2.48 ERA. He has pitched 160 innings, and he has 149 strikeouts. On Thursday, August 27th, the Mets made an amazing play as there was a line drive off Carlos Torres' foot. It deflected over to Daniel Murphy. Carlos Torres hustled over to first to make the out as the Mets won 9-5 over the Phillies to sweep them. Jeff Deal has been a force at the plate this season. Earlier today, I was able to catch up with him to hear what he had to say. Take a look. I'm here with Jeff, who's kind of been a big deal this season, pun intended. Jeff, you lead the team in home runs and walks. How have you been able to lock in at the plate this season?
Really just starting with getting a good pitch to hit. I mean, if I'm in a hitter's count 2-0, 3-1, 3-0, I mean, if the pitcher's going to throw a pitch, paint outside, I'm not going to swing at it. But, I mean, if it's those are where I'm looking for, I'm going to attack it and jump all over it. So, I mean, that's really where it starts and ends, is just getting a good pitch to hit.
All right, you're definitely hitting for power this season. You have a lot of doubles as well, but you also have 1 triple. What were you thinking on that play when you were rounding second and being sent to third?
Yeah, that triple was actually the walk-off triple. It was saved by the Bell Knight. So, yeah, I was just in case Cats didn't score, I would have been on third base. A lot easier to score from third than it is from second. So that was just my thinking on that.
All right, and this season in the lineup, you're always in there, but you're all over the place. You're the DHing, first base, left field, right field. Have you been able to go into each game preparing, not knowing exactly where you're going to play ahead of time?
I try not to worry about it. I mean, as long as my bat's in the lineup, I'm fine. I mean, I'll go play second base. You know what I mean? I could care less. So as long as I'm in the lineup, I'll play wherever.
All right, and 2 seasons ago, you had off-season surgery.
Yep.
You weren't able to really train the way you wanted to. Last season, you were able to. Now, 2 years removed from the surgery, have you been able to help? How have you been able to train in the off seasons to keep you strong throughout the season?
Yeah. Last off season, actually, I broke a rib last year, so I had to rest for a while. And I've been battling back injuries since 2012 as well. So I was doing physical therapy, driving to Boston every other day, getting that trained out. So I really, even last off season, I wasn't really able to train like I wanted to. So this upcoming off season, I'm going to get after it.
All right, and this is your second year here in Brooklyn. How have you liked adjusting to the city? Have you adjusted to the city? What do you like about the city itself?
I just like how it's fast-paced. I mean, I was in Kingsport 2 years too. I mean, that was a little too slow for me. So, I mean, I feel like I fit right in here.
All right, any personal goals for the rest of the season at the plate?
No personal goals. Just try to get some wins, man. Make the playoffs. I mean, that's the main goal, and that's really the only goal I'm concerned with right now. So.
All right, thanks for your time. Best of luck rest of the season. This is the last week of action here at MCU Park. Hopefully you got a chance to check out one of the great promotions during the Staten Island Yankee series. Saturday, September 5th, there's a Snowball Winter Cap presented by Pepsi giveaway. It's also Latin music night, and there's also post-game fireworks. Sunday, September 6th is a day game. It's Bellies and Baseball Day. There's a pregame catch, and kids run the bases postgame. There's also a Sunday tea offer. On Monday, September 7th, there is a team photo giveaway, and it's Fan Appreciation Day as it is the last game of the season. Everyone can run the bases post-game as well. That does it for this week's edition of Cyclones TV. Be sure to stay connected with the team on social media by subscribing to our YouTube channel at Brooklyn Cyclones, liking us on Facebook, and following us on Twitter and Instagram at BK Cyclones. I'm your host, Nick Durst. Good night, Brooklyn. See you next time.